Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Healing Her Sacred Light. And as you can see by the title, in today's video, we are going to be discussing a topic within our womb attacks series. And that is endocrine disrupting chemicals. The aim of this video is to bring awareness to the devastating effects of endocrine disrupting chemicals on the female body. Hormonal balance is essential for a healthy functioning system. And many of these toxic compounds disrupt that balance, leading to serious consequences for a woman's health, vitality, and reproductive power. Through this video, I hope to educate those who are unaware and remind those who already know but may have forgotten. Together, we can take back the health of our bodies, our wombs, and our well-being one choice at a time. Let's get started. We live in a world saturated with toxins, hidden in our food, our water, our personal care products, even the air we breathe. And for women, the most sacred part of our bodies, our wombs, are under constant attack. Our endocrine system is a master regulator of our hormones, controlling everything from our menstrual cycles to fertility and pregnancy. But endocrine disrupting chemicals, also known as EDCs, are synthetic compounds that mimic, block, or alter our natural hormones, throwing our entire system into chaos. They're everywhere, in our food, our skincare, our household products, and worst of all, most of us have no idea. So, what are endocrine disrupting chemicals? Endocrine disrupting chemicals are synthetic or natural compounds that interfere with the body's endocrine system, the system that regulates hormones. They can mimic natural hormones like estrogen or testosterone, tricking the body into over-responding. They can block hormone receptors, preventing natural hormones from doing their jobs. For those who don't know, hormones must bind to their receptor to elicit its function. Endocrine disrupting chemicals also alter how hormones are produced, transported, and even broken down. To understand how endocrine disrupting chemicals harm the female body, we need to first understand the pathway that controls our hormones. I really want women to truly understand the physiology of their bodies, as having this knowledge is a huge part of taking our power back. Some people may say endocrine system, and there are those who might not know what that is or what it looks like. So here's the image, right? So it starts in the hypothalamus. At the top, you see hypothalamus. This is a tiny but powerful part of the brain that acts like the command center. When everything is balanced, the hypothalamus releases a hormone called GnRH, that stands for gonadotropin-releasing hormone. And this goes on to signal the anterior pituitary gland to do its job. In response, the pituitary releases FSH and LH. These are follicle-stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. You may have heard of them, which are two key hormones that travel through the bloodstream to the ovaries, where they stimulate the release of estrogen and progesterone. As you can see, I drew arrows from FSH and LH down to the little balls right there. Those are the ovaries. And the ovaries then release estrogen and progesterone. These hormones regulate your entire menstrual cycle. They influence ovulation, fertility, mood, energy, and the health of your womb. When endocrine disruptors like plastic, synthetic fragrances, or pesticides enter the body, they can mimic or block these hormones, confusing your entire system. So let's talk more in detail about how these endocrine disrupting chemicals work in the body. So they mimic hormones. So what this means is they look like your body's hormones and bind to the receptors. And this causes inappropriate activation. Endocrine disrupting chemicals can block hormone action. So they sit on hormone receptors, but they don't activate them. Basically, it jams the signal. They act as imposters that bind the receptor and just sit there. They block real estrogen from binding its own receptor. So even though your body has estrogen, your cells can't respond the way they're supposed to. This is called understimulation. And remember, estrogen plays a key role in regulating your cycle, mood, bones, heart, skin, and reproductive tissues. Endocrine disrupting chemicals also alter hormone production, transport, or elimination. So they interfere with the creation, the movement, and the breakdown of hormones, and this creates imbalances. For example, PFAS chemicals found in nonstick pans, water-resistant fabrics, and even drinking water interfere with how your body transports thyroid hormone. Specifically, they bind to a protein called transthyretin, which normally helps carry thyroid hormone into your cells. But when the PFAS chemicals take up space, your hormones can't get where they need to go. So even if you have thyroid hormone in your blood, your cells are starving for it. That's how the PFAS chemicals create hormonal chaos, by blocking the delivery system your body depends on. For women, these chemicals wreak havoc on the womb in ways we're only beginning to understand. PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, endometriosis, fibroids. These conditions are fueled by hormone disruption. Infertility and miscarriage. Studies show links between endocrine disrupting chemical exposure and difficulty conceiving. Pregnancy complications. There are increased risks of preterm birth and developmental disorders with endocrine disrupting chemical exposure. Other examples: early puberty, breast changes, thyroid dysfunction, metabolic issues like insulin resistance, which is at the core of the disease we all know as diabetes type 2, missed or irregular periods, low libido, vaginal dryness, anxiety or mood swings, poor memory or focus. These are devastating issues that countless women face. Yet, instead of addressing the root cause, we're often handed synthetic hormones like birth control. These drugs don't heal, they mask the symptoms, all while further disrupting the body's natural hormonal rhythm. This system that we live in has mastered a cruel cycle: create the problem, sell us the solution, trap you in an endless loop of new symptoms, new prescriptions, and higher medical bills. The sad truth is, much of this system is rooted in greed and not care. Products are made to be cheap, long-lasting, fragrant, and profitable, not safe. Your health is not their priority. Their profit is. But the more we know, the more power we can reclaim. We don't have to play by their rules. We can return to our bodies, our rhythms, and our womb wisdom naturally. So, where are these chemicals hiding? They are found in everyday products we are using. The list of endocrine disrupting chemicals is actually very long, so I won't go over every single one in this video, but I will highlight a few of the most common and harmful ones you're likely to encounter in everyday life. I'll also post a list on the screen so you can pause and review it for yourself if you want to dig deeper. So, bisphenols like BPA and BPS, they are found in plastics, receipts, and canned foods. They mimic estrogen and disrupt reproductive health. Phthalates, they are found in cosmetics, fragrances, and plastic packaging. They're also found in synthetic hair fibers and adhesives. They mimic estrogen and disrupt hormone function. Parabens, they can be found in personal care products and pharmaceuticals. They're actually used as preservatives in hair products. They are linked to breast cancer and hormonal imbalances. Pesticides and herbicides, these are found in conventional produce like peppers and cucumbers. They mimic estrogen and damage hormone-producing glands. Triclosan, this is found in antibacterial soaps, toothpaste, deodorants, hand sanitizers, and household cleaners. This disrupts thyroid hormone regulation and may contribute to antibiotic resistance. Heavy metals like mercury, lead, and cadmium. These can be found in some makeup products, contaminated water, soil, fish, and hair dyes. These disrupt estrogen and insulin signaling and are linked to PCOS and early menopause. And now I will list the rest of them, and feel free to pause the video to review them yourself. Every day, we unknowingly expose ourselves to these toxins. But the good news, we can start making changes today. So let's talk about how to protect yourself from these harmful chemicals. Healing starts with awareness and small intentional steps. Here's how you can begin to detox your womb and reclaim your hormonal balance. Ditch plastics. Use glass or stainless steel for food and drinks. Plus, stainless steel water bottles keep water cooler anyway. Switch to clean beauty. Opt for fragrance-free, paraben-free skincare. You can actually download this app called Yuka. This is not sponsored. I wish it was. You can download this app called Yuka. I use it. It's amazing. I use it for everything. And basically when you download the app, it lets you scan the barcodes of different products and it'll tell you from 0 to 100, 0 being the worst and 100% being like pure, clean, not harmful. So I recommend you download that app and start using it. I'm not saying throw everything out at once. Just be mindful of your future purchases. If you just bought a skincare line and you spent a lot of money on it and let's say you use the Yuka app and it says that it has all these harmful chemicals in it, that could really suck, right? Because it's like, dang, I just spent $100 on all of this skincare. If you happen to be having some endocrine related disorder like irregular periods, and you know that the skincare you're using has harmful ingredients, you might want to discontinue use. Just stay knowledgeable and know what is exactly in the things you are putting on and in your body. Eat organic and hormone free. I'm still working on this because organic food is so much more expensive, but honestly, y'all, our health is invaluable. We can't put a price on our health. And if eating organic means you have to compromise other expenses, then, try to fit it in your budget. So eating organic and hormone-free, this minimizes pesticides. A tip I have is to clean your fresh produce with baking soda or vinegar mixed with water. This helps to remove some of those pesticides. Filter your water. Avoid contaminants like fluoride and heavy metals. Also, opt for a fluoride-free toothpaste. Support detox pathways. Utilize liver-loving herbs like milk thistle, dandelion, and also use castor oil packs for your womb. And honestly, your best bet when it comes to lotions, hair products, and skincare is to keep it simple. And even better, just make it yourself. I personally make my own leave-in conditioner, herbal hair waters, skin salves, and it's fun. It's really fun to make your own homemade products. So I invite you to do that. And I can do a video in the future on how I make my own homemade leave-in conditioner. So y'all, our skin is our largest organ. Things we put on our skin absorb into our bloodstream. We have to be mindful. I've also linked some of my favorite organic EDC free products below that I use for my own hair and skin if you want to check them out. In conclusion, beauty is health. Don't sacrifice your well-being for your favorite brands or a cheaper product. Choose conscious living every chance you get. If you ever find yourself dealing with common female health issues like fibroids, infertility, hormonal imbalance, or chronic fatigue, come back to this video. Revisit the everyday products you're using. Trace the toxins. Reclaim your power. If you like this video and want to learn more about how to protect your body from toxic influences and embrace holistic healing, make sure to like, share, and subscribe and join this movement. Together, we can reclaim our health and our wombs. I'll see you in the next one.